Good afternoon, guys. I'm sitting in my 2016 Toyota Tundra Platinum, and I want to discuss with you guys a long-term, owner review I have of this truck. So I bought the truck brand new in February of 2016. So I've had it about 3.5 years maybe so far, and I've got about 40,980 miles on the truck, and I just wanted to go through my owner experience with a lifted Tundra. Overall, the truck's been great. This is my fourth Toyota Tundra. I had a 2010 SR5 double cab, a 2011 SR5 double cab, a 2014 SR5 double cab, and this is my first Platinum. So big bump up from my previous Tundras, which had, pretty basic cloth seats, nothing really fancy. So to come into this truck with heated, cooled seats, a sunroof, blind spot monitoring, all those amenities was really nice. I did shop other trucks before I bought this one. I looked at the market, and this was the cheapest truck for what I got, in my opinion, when I searched back in 2016. The sticker on, I had the window sticker. The sticker on this truck was $51,399 even, and the only options I got with the truck are the brushed stainless steel running boards and the remote engine start. And I'm gonna pan you guys around here and let you take a look at this owner or window sticker with me. So as you can see, 2016 Toyota Tundra Platinum 5.7 flex fuel. It is a sunset bronze mica with the black platinum interior. It was built in San Antonio, Texas. There's the safety ratings for it. The miles per gallon, which is kind of overstated now that it's lifted. Standard equipment, 5.7, 6-speed, 4-wheel drive, 38-gallon fuel tank, tow package, 430 gears. Let's see what else. 20-inch wheels, backup camera, sonar, blind spot monitoring, trailer brake controller, blah blah blah. LED DRLs. The sunroof was standard. It's now an option on the new ones. I saw when I went and looked at some 18 or 19, some of them didn't have sunroofs, so you got to be careful there whenever you're looking. Heated cooled seats, dual zone climate control, JBL audio with navigation, full tank of gas, and there's my options. So stainless steel step boards, $625. Remote start was $499. So the price before the options was that. There's a delivery handling of $1,195. Total price there of $51,399. So I thought this was a really good deal. So I had the window sticker here for my 2014. Well, all of my Tundras, 2010, 11, and 14. So I'll pull the 14 one up here so you can get an idea. So this was my 2014 Tundra, SR5 double cab, 5.7, so not even the Crew Max. So on the SR5, you don't get a whole lot here. So the options I had to get were the 18-inch wheels, the SR5 upgrade, which is the bench seat, the floor shift lever, all that stuff, power driver seat. I got the mat package and the plastics bed liner. And this truck was $37,575. So it's about $14,000 cheaper than the Platinum. But I would argue that with this truck, you get a lot more. I mean, even going back to my 2011 here, price-wise, with a bunch more options, as you see, it was my 2010, sorry. My 2010 was $34,675 with a lot of options. This one did not have a backup camera, and it had the the manual sliding rear window. Now my 2011 was similarly equipped to my 2014, except for it had a power sliding window. And if you look here, it has all these options on it. So cold weather, the radio, fog lamps, backup camera in the rear view mirror, 18-inch wheels, SR5 package, tow mirrors, power rear window, which this was not an option on the 14 SR5s and up for double cabs. It came with chrome steps, bed liner. So this had a lot more. I mean, it had the step rails, I guess, and the power window compared to my 2014, but the price was almost the same. So that's why I think the Platinum here, it's a good deal for your money. Because, I mean, you get the really nice diamond stitched leather seats here. Yeah, you know, they're not cloth. You get heated, cooled seats, the AutoZone climate control, park sensors, you get the blind spot monitoring. There's just a lot of stuff you get. I think for the money, it's I guess, and I looked at some of the SR5s today, like the double or the sports, and some of the SR5 Crew Max off-roads, and you're getting like $46,000. So we're talking, I think the Platinums today go for like $53,000. So for $7,000 more dollars, you can get a fully loaded Platinum or 1794. It just makes more sense to me than buying the SR5, a loaded out SR5, or even the Limiteds. I mean, when I looked at those were $48,000 once they're loaded up with blind spot and the sunroof. So I don't think you can go wrong. I mean, for the price, I think it's real. You get a lot for your money. Like I said, the sunroof, the heated cooled seats, the leather on these Platinum seats feel much nicer than the Limited leather. They're a lot softer. I noticed that whenever I sat in the Limited, it had the seats were kind of firm on the firm side there. So that was something I didn't like. I do like, so I'll pan you back around here, the dashboard on the Platinum. You get diamond stitched there, and it looks really nice. And this interior, I think, looks great. I'll pan you back here. I think it's aged really well. It's not, it's not a Ram 1500 interior here, so we're not talking high-end Mercedes type stuff, but I think the center stack here looks really good, in my opinion. I mean, you still got hard buttons for everything you need. Your climate controls, all buttons. You don't have to use the touch screen to turn your AC on, or your heated seats or ventilated seats. Those are all physical buttons, which I like. All these knobs have nice, I don't know if you can hear that, they have nice feedback. So you're changing them, and it's like you can feel the increments. Same thing with this. I feel like these buttons feel high quality too, compared to other vehicles that I've tried. And even these radio controls have nice feedback too. You can feel the individual clicks. So I think it's a really high quality interior. The only negatives are the chrome here on these rings. They tend to blind me when I'm driving in the sun. And then the chrome on this cup holder section, that can cause a bad glare too. But overall, I really enjoy this interior. I've looked at some of the newer trucks. I went and looked at some new GM trucks, and I can honestly say I'm not too impressed with their interiors. I honestly think the 2014 through I guess 18 interiors look better than the new ones, just because the new ones, the screen looks so small. And not to say this Tundra screen isn't small at 7 inches. I went and looked at a 2020 today, and the new 8-inch screen, it basically comes out to, I think, about here on each side. So that was nice. The push to start on the new ones is nice too, but honestly, that's the only thing they've added that are new, I guess. besides the safety sense and the new gauge cluster. I mean, this is the old gauge cluster that they revised the new one in 2018. But I don't see any issues with this one. I really like it. The only problem is the gauges aren't backlit whenever you don't have your lights on or parking lights on, which can make them kind of hard to see around dusk or dawn whenever you don't really need your lights, but they're really hard to see without the backlighting. So, but overall, I really like this interior. I don't know if you can see, there are some faint scratches here, and there's some scratches here from when I used to have my radar detector on the lower part of the window there. But overall, there's a little bit of wear here. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little bit there and a little bit here. But overall, the truck just held up great. Interior wise, I've had no issues in here. The sunroof works great. Yeah, no issues. I really enjoy the interior of this truck. And coming from two SR5 trucks, which is basically, you know what, an XLT, LT, Bighorn equivalent, this is a really big step up for when you're only talking maybe 15,000 on a basic SR5, and we're only talking maybe 7 on a loaded out SR5. I think you're getting a lot for your money, because the speaker system, just going to the audio system on my old trucks, the radio and the speakers were horrible. The JBL's not great, but for a factory system, and I've listened to some Bose, Bang & Olufsen, Sony, Alpine, I'm trying to think of all the ones I use that I've experienced. The JBL sounds great. It lacks the bass. The factory subwoofer isn't great, but I think, you know, for what it is, it's not bad for a factory system. Obviously, there's ways to improve it. I think there's a guy on the forums or a company that sells a replacement sub that actually hits, unlike the factory sub. So there's ways to upgrade to make it sound good. I'm impressed. I listen to mostly country music and rock, so for me, I'm happy with the way it performs. If I listen to rap or hip hop or something, I probably would be disappointed, lack of bass and everything. But overall, I really like. The truck's been great. Interior wise, I really like this. On my 4th Tundra now. Oh, this is the big one. Just looked at it. Memory seats. It was a pain on my last trucks when you'd go to the dealer and they would move your seat, and then you spend a week trying to get it back to where you wanted to go. So, I guess I'll talk about any issues I've had with the truck. Overall, so I shouldn't have had you back there. So when I first got the truck sat on the showroom floor probably 6 months at the dealer. I saw that, so on my first, they replaced the dash. Toyota replaced my dash. On this right here, when they molded the dash at the factory, there was a really rough, sharp ridge here that I wasn't happy with. And then, and up here, the mold wasn't even. If you can see right here, it's flush. On the old dash, it was not. So I brought that to the attention of my service advisor, who's been great. I go to the same service advisor every time. He takes care of me. Brought that up. He had his tech take a look at it. A long story short, Toyota put a whole new dash in for me, just because of the ridges here. That wasn't like this. This is smooth and it's uniform. So they replaced the whole dash under warranty. Then the next issue I had was this truck's a flex fuel, so it had the rough start issue where The truck thought it was running too much ethanol than it really was. I've never ran E85 in this truck. I only run regular or premium. So the truck shouldn't have had any ethanol unless, you know, something was wrong with they filled the wrong gas in the pump, which is possible. But so that required an ECU update. The truck was at the dealer for probably, I think I dropped it off on a Thursday. I didn't get it back until the following Tuesday. They gave me a loaner. It was a V6 Camry, but they replaced the battery. They thought that was it. Told them to keep it overnight again. Start up in the morning. Did the same thing. So then they did the TSB update for the flex fuel. And there's a video of that on my channel of what the truck did when it had that issue. And then the only issue I've had after that was the tailgate lock. It would, the internal thing, I guess it was sticking. They had to replace the tailgate lock, which means, and they had to go get it rekeyed. And now it's smooth. So other than those three issues, I haven't had, this truck has only been to the dealer for warranty for those three issues. There was one recall for the rear bumper. They used those resin or plastic reinforcements for the bumper, and then they replaced them with steel. So those have been the only reasons why this truck's went to the dealer. Like I said, this has been I really like this truck. I'll show you how many miles are on it here. 41,980. And I'm due for an oil change here in about 200 miles, about. So as you can see, my distance to empty, it hovers around 415 to 430, depending on what kind of gas mileage I get. But so yeah, there's that. Let me see here. There's my average fuel economy, and it's I just reset it, so I've been idling a little bit. I usually get about let's see, with the 34-inch tires with a 3-inch lift, I usually average around 13, 14 with my daily commute, which isn't too bad, I don't think. My last Tundras, my last Tundra was a 7-inch lifted BDS with 35 by 12.5 Nitto mud grapplers, and with that truck, I was lucky to get 13 on the highway. So I'm very happy with the 14 that I get combined in this truck. With the skinnier, I have the skinnier tires on here, and they've been better in the snow too. I'm just happier. This truck overall, compared to my last four, is my favorite truck. I've had no issues with my 2014. I had some issues. That's why I traded in early. I had a brake issue that the dealer couldn't replicate. Basically, I felt like I lost brakes. I think it was the master cylinder. It had some error, was going bad, but yeah, the dealer didn't want to warranty it, so I walked over and talked to my salesman, who I've bought all my Tundras from, and I told him I wanted to trade. So this was sitting on the showroom floor right next to his desk, and I asked him, what the numbers were for my truck, which was modified, and how much they would give for this one, and it became a thing. So this is my first Platinum. I've thought about trading it in for a newer truck. I've looked at some of the other trucks. I went and looked today, actually, at the dealers. We went to the Ram dealer, the Toyota dealer, that were just down the street from me. I looked at some of the used trucks on the market too, and there's just no trucks that I really like, I guess. The new Tundras are nice with the push button start and bigger screen, but I can't see myself paying, $10 grand for a truck that's the only things I get are a push button start and a bigger screen. So yeah, I don't know. I really like this truck. Like I said, my old truck was modified really heavily. had the issue. I went and traded in. This truck stickered for $51,399. My old truck, my 2014, only blue booked when I went in. I checked the blue book on it. It blue booked for $29,500, which I didn't think the dealer was going to give me anything more than that for my truck, even if it was modified. But I ended up trading my 2014 SR5 double cab 5.7 with a 7-inch lift, 35s, and a bunch of other things, a front bumper and whatnot, and I only paid $12,600 and some change for this truck. So I got a hell of a good deal on this truck. I'm trying to think, even if they gave me $32 for my old truck, that means I got this truck for basically $44, $45, which is about $6,000 or so off sticker, which I think is pretty good for a Toyota. You know, you usually don't get very many rebates. So yeah, overall, the truck's been great. Just oil changes. I haven't replaced a set of brake pads. I just did a pad swap, so I had the same rotors. No issues there. Next on my list, I'm going to change out the diff fluids, front and rear. Get them done here soon. And that's all I've had to do. I mean, this truck's been great. It has a 3-inch Bilstein 6112 lift in the front with shims to make it a 3-inch lift. I have a 1-inch block, a 3/4 inch shackle for a total of 1.75-inch lift in the rear with the Bilstein 5160 remote reservoir rear shocks. And the truck rides phenomenal. It's the best riding Tundra that I've had. And I've had a leveling kit on factory struts. I've had the OME kit. I've had the BDS 4.5, and then the BDS 7 on my 2011 and my 2014. And this truck just rides phenomenal. Down the road, it's comfortable. The suspension with the Nitto Exo grapplers just do a phenomenal job. And I've been very, very pleased with it. Like I said, I almost have 41,000 miles, and the only issue I've had is a dash replaced due to me not liking the way it fit or how it felt on this ridge above the radio. The flex fuel issue, which was a simple update, and then that tailgate handle lock. And that's been it. Other than that, this truck has done nothing. All I've done is give it oil changes and feed it gas. So I'll keep you guys updated. I think I'm going to do a video whenever I do my diff fluid changes, but overall I'm really excited. Excited to see what the next Tundra will be. I really like the 5.7, and everybody keeps talking that it's going to be going away. It's a pretty, I think it's tried and true. And that's what I think I really like about this truck. So, you know, I think for the money, it's a cheap truck. It's tried and true. I mean, you just couldn't beat it. Whenever I was searching in 2016 for the replacement truck for my 2014 Tundra, I looked at some of the other big three. Like I said, even with the rebates, they didn't even come close to the deal I got on this truck. So, well, I think that's all I have right now. I'll keep you guys updated if I have any further issues, and I'll hopefully do another. I'm going to try to do an update every 30,000 miles or so, or 20 maybe, just to let people know how the truck's doing, how it's holding up. But so far, you know, knock on wood, it's been great. I had no issues besides those three, which are very minor. None of them, it's never left me stranded on the side of the road or anything like that. So, well, I really appreciate it. I'll try to do a new walk around. I've done some mods to the truck. It's been great. Like I said, it's a really good truck. Everything's held up great. The interior looks good still. Even after, you know, 40,000, almost 41,000 miles, 3.5 years. I haul my lab in the back seat, and I usually put a cover down. It's showing no wear. The front seats look great. Keep them cleaned and conditioned about every month. So, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you liked it, like and subscribe my video. I really appreciate it. hopefully it helps you. If you're in the market for a Tundra, hopefully it helps you go through the pluses and minuses of this truck. I think it's a really good truck, despite it being old. It offers a lot, and I think it's a good value in the market of where it's not uncommon to see $60 or $70,000 trucks. So, all right, everybody, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.